All right, today we're going to describe the development of early history people, their agriculture, and their settlements, particularly looking at Sumerian city-states, how they grew their settlements around temples and how they were trying to develop different uh, methods of ingenuity to help themselves, in particular agriculturally, and how they eventually expanded into an empire. So all these cities are going to have a temple in the middle of them, and around them they're going to have a lot of wall made of dried mud brick. And this is going to be because they just don't have a lot of stone. So right away they're going to have to try to defend themselves by coming up with different methods of protection because of the absence of stone. So they're going to start baking bricks out of the abundance of mud that is going to be created because they're settling right around the Tigris and Euphrates river valleys. Each settlement is going to have a priestly class that is going to act as a manager of the community's stored wealth and in particular manage the complex irrigation system. So religion is going to essentially take the lead here and almost act as a distributor of wealth. They're going to do this from places like the White Temple in Uruk. It is going to be very prominent throughout the entire settlement and region. It's going to stand 40 feet over the surrounding flatlands, have four corners that are going to be oriented around the cardinal points of the compass. And atop these 40 feet is going to be a two-story temple that's going to be painted white so as to really attract everybody's eye. And inside, it's a place where very few people are going to be allowed to go in there, but it's going to be an altar where religious stuff is going to go down. Uruk, because of the prominence of this white temple, is going to quickly develop an importance as a religious center. In 3100 BC, it's going to grow as a settlement big enough to encompass 40,000 people around its massive mud brick walls. And as these guys are coming in there for a variety of religious reasons, also going to become a pretty important economic stronghold, as the production of grain and cloth is going to grow tenfold by a factor of 10. To keep track of some of these things, they're going to develop a cuneiform method of writing that had been around already for about 1,000 years when Uruk is becoming a big city around 3100 BC. Originally, it's going to be made up of about 1,200 pictograms, but a stylus made out of a dried reed is going to make it possible to then create phonetic combinations out of these words that's going to reduce the pictogram from 1,200 to 600. Because of that, reading and writing is going to become more specialized, and it's going to create an even more exclusive class up at the top of the societal spectrum and place even more importance upon the religious types that had been directing a lot of especially the economics. Along these lines, each city-state is going to have a god whom they are going to